dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, more than 24 hours. That's how long a group of laid-off Harlan County miners have been blocking a railroad track in Cumberland that is pulling coal from the mine that left them without paychecks, 401ks, and health benefits. WYMT's Will Puckett is live in Cumberland with more as the miners continue to say
or when or if it is coming. Now, they're just as in the dark as the day it all happened.
We go in, next thing you know, we're being called back out and don't know what's going on, guys. Just, we'll call you tomorrow or sometime this week. I've called Black Jewel myself, personally. No one will give you any answers. Still no pay, nothing. Nothing at all.
Steve, these families again are heartbroken. They're just trying to get by day to day now until they get the money that they're due. But again, until they get that money, they're not moving from this spot. Live in Harlan County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Will, thank you. And while those miners are still on the tracks, folks in the community are supporting them. Several local businesses have donated food and drinks. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds continues our team coverage.
The coal miners and several of their families have been out here for 26 hours now, and the community support continues to come in. And they don't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. Coal miners and their families have yet to be paid, making it hard to meet immediate needs. Something as simple as putting food on their tables. The miners say that is why they are staying put, and businesses are helping them do so. John Evan Jacks traveled from Corbin to feed the miners this morning after seeing reports of the protest yesterday. And they say seeing the families out here drives them to help the miners out even more.
Saw that little boy running up and down the tracks and it just brought tears to my eyes. So we got a good little picture of that, and that's his livelihood, those train tracks. So that coal coming out of here, I guess he was about 3 years old, and that's his livelihood. The miners say they don't know how long they're going to be out here, but they say they're not going to stop making sure that the coal doesn't come through here. In Harlan County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
And coming up at 6, Hannah will talk to workers at local businesses that are continuing to find ways to support those miners.
Well, we have continued to see those pop-up showers and storms today, and that's because of that cold front moving into the mountains. Some of us have remained on that drier side, others a little bit on the soggier side. We'll go ahead and take a look at a few of those cameras looking onto Interstate 75 in London. You can see sunshine at times, even a few of those pop-up showers and storms in that area, but looks like it's clearing out over there. Even looking into Whitesburg, seeing a little bit of those blue skies. They've been a little bit on the drier side, a few of those pop-ups over there as well. So you'll notice satellite and radar, a good chunk of us have gotten a chance to see those pop-up showers and storms. That heavier rain really remaining to the north into parts of that Big Sandy region. As we scan the skies now, looking at a heavier downpour moving into parts of northern Knox County, even a little bit to Clay, moving out of Laurel County as well. And then you can see that heavier rain up into the north, looking into parts of Powell County, Estill County as well. We're even seeing one moving into parts of Paintsville in Johnson County. So you can see just heavy downpours. We are seeing some lightning associated with this. Really not seeing a lot of gusty winds associated with these storms. It's those heavy downpours that we're really more worried about as we head into the rest of the evening hours. So you'll notice cooler where they have seen seen rain. Wise is at 64 degrees and 80 in Jackson, 72 in Moorhead, and then an 82 down into Williamsburg. Really seeing a whole spectrum of temperatures across the board. But as we continue throughout the evening, rain chances continue a little bit into tomorrow as well. But after that front moves through, we will start to dry out, and now we're looking at another nice weekend. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, Paige, thank you. Police in Gilroy, California are still trying to determine why a teen gunman killed 3 people and left dozens injured at the city's annual Garlic Festival Sunday. Investigators say 3 weeks ago, 19-year-old Santino William Ligon legally purchased an AK-47 style assault rifle in Nevada. Sunday afternoon, he walked about a half mile from his car to the festival where he cut through a fence. That day, he had posted at least 2 images to Instagram, one showing the fairgrounds and another that referred to an author with white nationalist views and contained a derogatory reference to mixed-race people.
It seems that this was a random act, but again, we've got a long way to go before we can come to a determination what his motivation was.
Investigators are still looking into whether Ligon had any help. 2 people are dead after a shooting at a Walmart near the Mississippi-Tennessee border. Both of the victims were Walmart employees. A responding police officer and the suspect in the shooting were also shot. The suspect was taken to a Memphis hospital. His condition is not known. The officer was hit in his bulletproof vest and was not seriously hurt. A group of West Virginia lawmakers want control of a recent $37 million opioid settlement with the drug distributor McKesson. Members of the House of Delegates asked the Attorney General to let the legislature divvy up the money so it can be used for opioid treatment programs rather than on administrative costs. West Virginia settled its lawsuit with McKesson in May. The state had accused the company of shipping millions of suspicious painkiller orders to the state as it was being ravaged by the opioid epidemic. McKesson has denied any wrongdoing. Schoolwork is not always easy, but for people with dyslexia, it can sometimes be a very difficult journey. Dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. In Alabama, a new law aims to help teachers, parents, and students learn how to cope.
A child, I think for a student, they feel like there's internalizing something that, I'm not as smart as everyone else. And in reality, it has nothing to do with their intellect. Their brain processes information differently. And as a parent, I felt really helpless.
The Alabama Literacy Act will make sure students get extra attention they need with reading before reaching the 3rd grade. It will go into effect by the 2021-2022 school year. Tonight is the start of round 2 of the Democratic debates at Detroit's Fox Theater. A field of 20 candidates will square off in 2 groups of 10. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders headline tonight, and the 2 senators are expected to push their signature issues.
These giant multinational corporations, they're not patriotic. They don't have any loyalty to this country, to these workers. They have loyalty to exactly one thing, and that is the profitability of the bottom line.
Expanding a program that has been in existence for over 50 years, a program called Medicare.
One frontrunner will not be on the stage tonight, former Vice President Joe Biden. He will take the stage tomorrow night. The latest polls show him well ahead of the rest of the Democratic hopefuls. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Tuesday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 23 points. If you have a Capital One credit card or have applied for one, your personal information may be compromised. The company says a Seattle woman stole the data of 100 million people in the U.S. The company says the data breach was discovered July 19th and the system was immediately fixed, but not before a hacker stole the personal data of tens of thousands of customers. The FBI says former software engineer Paige A. Thompson is responsible for the attack. She is now under arrest.
It's not the first, it surely won't be the last. Today it's Capital One, last year it was Marriott, the year before it was Equifax.
Capital One says it will be notifying affected people. The company believes it is unlikely that the information was used for fraud, but it will offer free credit monitoring services to those affected. Straight ahead on First at 4, a 79-year-old Ohio woman is sentenced to jail time for feeding stray cats.
And those scattered rain chances do continue, but drier weather is on the way. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up.
Window World, the largest window replacement company in America, has zero down financing available with payments to fit your budget. All backed by the industry's strongest warranty, locally owned and operated. Window World, not only do we stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run